your leg. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone. Especially, let's go with Marty Asami. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Hey, man. I like Marty a lot. Like, every time he shows up, I get a big smile on my face, and that never stops. And we've been doing this a long time. So it's like he always brings sunshine into my day. And I hope he brings some sunshine into your days and the listeners. And today we're going to take you through 2 more nights of Best of Super Juniors.
32. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's the only ref I make a note of. The first note of a match that he's refereeing will just say the word chumpy, full stop. You know, every time. He's the only ref I do that for. You know, the only reason I'll know if a different ref's reffing the match is like, okay, Red Shoes main event. But the other refs, they do something silly and I make a note of it. So, yeah, otherwise.
I'm thinking about what does Marty think about this? Like, if they do something, another ref does something, the first thing I'm thinking of is like, what do you think Marty thinks of this?
I want to know what Marty's opinion is at all times. I reckon Marty's trying to fucking make sure that Clark Connors can't steal his tires.
Oh boy, I can't wait to talk about the tire.
Oh my god. Well, we're definitely going to get there. But first, there are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Blue Sky. I'm Grumpy2EB. And Mr. Guy is at Drew for the tweets. Collectively, we are at neveropenpod.bluesky.social. And if you want to send us a written or voicemail, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. Also, if you got any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never as fuck. Also, we have... Oh yeah, I just did the Teespring thing. Yes. Hey. I botched. That's
hey, like Watto and Akira.
Watto and Akira. oh, poor dudes. Sometimes people just don't fucking. They need a couple previews first, you know. Like, anyway. Hey, YouTube, watch us on YouTube. Never Open Podcast. Hello, like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. Yay, interact with us. Woo! All right.
So this, we're going to talk about night 5 and night 6 of Best of Super Juniors 32. And this first one is in the Takataichi venue. That's what I call this place. I don't care what it's really called. It's in Tokyo, but it's like on the outskirts of Tokyo. You know, it's not Kurgan Hall, but it's a circular place. And it's very cool. And it just reminds me of Takataichi Mania like 2.5 or whatever. I love that shit. But Walker's finally here. It's not even close to a full house, but these fans are on fire.
Yeah. So the outskirts of Tokyo. So everyone that lives near Korakuen's like, no, that's too far for me. It's like when you live in a city, you don't want to travel to the other side of the city, even though it's technically not that far. The transport's a pain in the ass.
I mean, yeah. How are the bathrooms? They're probably bad. I mean, I don't know. This place, I'm going to assume they're good, but I don't know how close it is.
To a train
That's
station.
what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
We need to know.
We know what we're doing here. All right. So we're going to start off with A block. It's Master Watto, who's on 2 points, versus Ninja Mac, also on 2 points. And look, hey, Walker gets a Ninja Mac mask. Hey, oh, that's nice. And Walker's like, that doesn't fit me. Oh, shut up. Don't spoil the thing that, just
they're
say
both from Texas. So that's why they like each other. They're like,
I see.
And everything's bigger in Texas. So Walker is normal sized in Texas. It's true.
So Ninja Mac is a tall, little, short person, man. All right, never mind. We're moving on.
He is not tall. He is very short.
Yes, he is. He's got my build as well, and yet
he's wide though.
I can't.
You know? He's
wide. That's right. Double wide. There's a tie up.
Walk sideways through doorways.
Ninja crap. We got 20 matches. Shut up. we got a tie up. Ninja Chan. A tie up. Watto Chan clapping.
Oh,
yay! Watto.
There's a couple people.
This is Ninja country. motherfuckers. Like, Wato gets dumped out the ring too. And I'm just like, holy shit. He avoids a ninja special and steals Walker's ninja mask. So now it's Ninja Mac versus Ninja Wato. Ninja Wato and Ninja Mac, they have a fucking karate fight, which Wato wins by going in the fucking stomach, and then fucking hits a tope. Wato then he sidesteps a huge ninja special, and we get a fucking sparring match. Let's go, karate fight. Let's roll. Let's go. Wato tries to throw Mac's leg on the apron, but Ninja Mac flips perfectly to the floor. By the way, this is all with Wato wearing the Ninja Mac mask.
Yeah,
all of it.
Cool. He looks cool in a mask too. It's like, maybe they should have done that.
Yeah,
too late now.
I don't care. I'll allow it.
Yeah, but we'll know. That's the thing. We'll know what's under there. You know,
that's right. See, I've seen Death Space's face once and maybe twice, and that's like a foggy memory. I'm just vague notions of him being handsome and not needing the mask, and just moving on.
I remember just a skull with fireballs for eyes is what I remember.
Yes, indeed. Ninja Mac demasks Wato, and the crowd boos him, and he does. Also, he doesn't get disqualified, which So he gives the mask back to Walker, and he gets booed some more.
Yeah!
Boo! And he's like, I'm giving the mask back. And Walker's like, hey, he's just giving it back to me, man. So it's all good. It's a tornado kick for 2 by Ninja Mac, a ninja senton, and Wato has his knees up. Vendaval and Ninja Mac taps out. Wato's on 4. Ninja Mac's on 2. This was a really, really fun time. I dug it.
It was fun. I don't know if it was clever as other matches by Ninja Mac, but it was still good, and it had unique things in it. One thing it did have that was not unique is the knees up thing. Woo! We are getting a heavy dose of knees up on a high flying move. Every match has got it. A lot of these matches starting to look the same at times too, which I'm not mad at. I'm just pointing it out. So, because there's some of the spots that they're redoing I really like. So
yeah, like I can see 50 planches a night, and I'm just like, cool. Yeah. Can I see 50 more, please? I like planches. Let's go. They're my favorites of the.
That's like a suplex. Everybody can do that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I got no problem with that. But anyway, all right. Next, Luke, we have Taguchi, who's on a shocking 4 points, and I kept track of that like for a minute, but not much longer. But I might be able to do the math and work that.
I got all the points.
So you do every single one of them? Wow. Uh-huh. Man, I'll give you 10 out of 10 points. Just to let you know. But Taguchi is on 4. Yo is on 2. And the English commentary, they make bag jokes about Yo. And I was like, normally I'd be like, okay, he's wearing bags, but there is a guy named Bag. So I don't know. I didn't like it. But there's
you're bearing a bag.
Yeah. I mean, come on. You're bearing the wrong bag is what's going on. Anyway, there's an offensive explosion from Taguchi to start the match, and he does all his goofy shit, and Yo sells like a cartoon character, and it's pretty fun. Taguchi tries a 619 and crotches himself. And Yo asks Sakamoto to start counting because Taguchi's just like laying on the ground, and he's like, okay, start counting. And the crowd's like, oh, Yo, you are so funny. It was pretty great. So, and then he beats up Taguchi, but not for long. Taguchi comes back pretty quickly and hits some ass-based offense. Taguchi dominates this match, by the way. Like he is just whooping Yo's ass. And there's a fish out of water spot. Taguchi takes off his drawers, and we get the amazing thing where the camera guy deftly keeps the ropes right at ass level, no matter what Taguchi does.
Pretty good.
Man, they got to practice that shit. It is amazing. Oh, yeah. So he does that, and then that's great. And but there's a paradise lock from Yo, and he gets a super kick to the ass. And Taguchi is wrestling the rest of this match with his ass out, which I've seen Dale Patrick do that once on a show, and it was like 20 minutes, and I was like, okay, that was a little excessive, but it's funny when Taguchi does it, and this is short, so but that was fun. They run into the ropes over and over and over again. There's a Dodon and a pin with his ass in Yo's face. Smell that, bitch. That was a lot of fun. Taguchi wins. He's now on 6 points and Yo's on 2. I am now rooting for Taguchi. I'm like, dude, let's go. Let's get 8 points. You know, I'm all over Taguchi now.
Yeah, I marked out seeing Taguchi beating Yo. It didn't matter that his ass was out or not. I was just glad that he won, even though he deserved to lose for crotching himself. So, by the way,
he was the one who like caused the most damage to himself in that match. He was.
Oh yeah,
he's his own worst enemy.
Taguchi does a Kikeshi as well, and Yo's just like having a seizure as he's selling. Oh my god, we're on A block now. We got Francesco Akira on 4 and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, that motherfucker, on 2 points. Another Canadian Kanemaru Gambit. How's he doing these Kanemaru Gambits in this Best of the Super Juniors? He's waiting for him all to come all the way to the apron, and then through the ropes, he's going to attack him Canadian style.
Yeah.
And as the tournament gets on, every wrestler who falls for this looks fucking dumber. I said this when they were falling for the normal Kanemaru Gambits a couple years ago. Now they're a different kind of dumb. Like, figure it out. Slide in or something. Holy shit. Oh, no, he's just
you got to talk to, Gato or Gorilla and be like, listen, I'm coming out first. That's the number one thing. If I'm facing Kanemaru, I am coming out to the ring first. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Pretend I'm the champion. I'm coming out for.
He comes out first every single time.
Just so he could do that. And he does that on purpose, Kanemaru. Every time. I love him. Oh, he's always working the heel angles. Always. He never turns that off. Oh, my goodness. And then and we want further proof of that. Kanemaru's on the outside, and he's like, I'm not taking this plancha. I'm going to fucking push the guy into it. The Daiki Nagai gets planched. Then there's knee smashes on the floor to Francesco Akira, and then there's a figure 4 and more knee fuckery. It's time for fuck your leg by Kanemaru. There's another smash. There's a roll through Victory Crown double stomp by Akira, and then a cob-like moonsault. I really like that Akira's incorporated the standing moonsault into his repertoire. It's a nice touch.
Fuck TJP.
Yeah. Who? What? He's not doing TJP moves, that's for sure.
No, yeah, exactly.
He could easily start doing face washes or something, but nah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want the grief from TJP's wife to get fucking like, you ain't shit, fucking bitch from Italy. That's what she'd do, and she'd say stuff like that. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I kind of want him to pick a fight now. sounds like a lot of fun. I
want to read those out too. Yeah. No, fuck it. I take back what I said. There's a Kanemaru leg drop kick and another knee smash. Akira comes back with the speed fire, like that swinging DDT thing he does. But there's a ref bump. Kanemaru, whiskey spit right in Akira's face. Roll up. Kanemaru on 4. Akira on 4.
Yeah, that was fun. I liked it. Kanemaru's got to get them wins sometimes and whatnot.
Of course.
Akira did initially foil the whole spitting thing because he covered his mouth, but then something happened and he turned around and he got hit with it. I can't
shoved
remember.
him into the ref, into Sakamoto, and then
there you go. I was happy. Daiki Nagai got his shit in. He got destroyed on the dive, but also or he got pushed in the way or whatever it was. But also Shomakato safe for this match. I was like, oh, good.
He gets fucked up later, doesn't he?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I also thought it was very funny after this match. Like, Akira can't see because he's got the whiskey in his eyes, and Bag comes over and tries to help him, and he's like, "Get away from me, bitch!" It was so funny. And then he sees who he is, and he's like, "Oh, okay, bitch, just Bag."
That's what the B stands for in Bag.
It does, bitch. That was really funny. Doesn't stand for Best of Super Juniors. But anyway, next, Luke, we have Robbie Eagles versus Show, and this is fucking fun shit. Show is crushing Best of Super Juniors. I love all his matches. Anyway, Show hides in the aisle and does his own different kind of Kanemaru game. I wish he had got a newspaper. That time, I think it was Tama Tonga that did that, and he had the newspaper. And he was sitting in the crowd. But anyway, that was great. So he sneaks up behind Robbie Eagles, tries to do the Kanemaru Gambit. Hartley walks out behind him and just takes a chair from him, foils the attack. That was a lot of fun. So we get the Robbie chant, and Show interrupts the chant, thankfully, on the mic and rings the bell. Match over. Sorry.
Yeah.
But Kenta Sato disagrees. Like, he has a say in this.
What a
You
prick.
know? I know.
It's always
Well,
Kenta Sato.
he says no. Show uses the ropes to attack Robbie and takes over. He goes, fuck your arm on Robbie. Interesting. So Show is kind of a fuck your arm guy, though. So Show dominates for a bit, but Robbie hits a huge chop and some more forearms only to get his arm destroyed even longer. So Robbie comes back and gets some kicks and a cool power move. And Show attacks the bandana. That was funny. So
I like that. He uses the bandana to choke Robbie Eagles. I'm like, that's some good heel shit. That's a nice touch. Yeah,
that was
really
funny.
good.
So he's using it against him. You know, his legacy is that's great. Anyway, so he turns a turbo backpack, the most countered move in New Japan at this point. By the way, and I don't think he's hit it once. This is all Super Junior. So
it's the one move of his that everyone has scouted.
Yeah,
it's only that one.
Yeah. They can't, that and fireball knees. Everybody ducking. Anyway, so Robbie, so he turns the turbo backpack. Show does into a cross arm breaker, and then Robbie flips it over into the Ernest the Cat Miller special, and he gets some fuck your leg in. 450, but Show gets his knees up. Every match. And Robbie lands on his feet because he's not an idiot. So he's like, saw his legs up. Or saw the knees up, didn't fall for it. Yeah, thank you for that. But ref bump, Pimpy's out. They do a hoe train, and we can hear Yujiro's shorts like sloshing around. Oh, gross. But then Hartley, where is he at? Right, Hartley's there. He takes the pimp cane, but gets low blowed by Yujiro. Pimp cane to Hartley. Robbie talked. Was it he did something to both guys. I'm not sure what he said. And then he catches Show. He takes out both guys. And Show tries to do a low blow. Robbie catches it. Robbie doesn't see the spanner, though, and Show's other hand. And Show uses it to block a kick and then blast Robbie in the fucking face. Shock arrow. Show wins. That was so fun. Show is on 4 points. Robbie is also on 4.
4 points. Yeah. See, this is how you do a Robbie Eagles loss for me, please. Like, I don't want to see it, but if I have to, I want it done like this. Not some fun. Johnny come lately just waltzing on in and just fucking beating Robbie Eagles. Like, what the fuck? And Desperado? Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Will. This match it's A block action. It is Robbie X on 4 versus Clark Connors on 2.
War Dogs.
Oh yeah, War Dogs versus War Dogs. There's a couple of matches on these shows where I'm a little disappointed I'm keeping track of the scores because they're not, because it, not always, but it kind of informs me who might win this, but that's okay. It's what I do for.
It's hard to tell right now though, because like everybody's on 4 points. So like there's a few people out ahead, but they're not going to win, So like the people, if you're out far ahead, you usually don't win unless you're Hiromu, So like he's usually the guy that just dominates.
Yeah, but it is War Dogs versus War Dog. No dog versus Dog Eat Dog World, and these two decide to start off never style with some strikes and stuff, which is awesome. There's a huge Irish whip by Connors, the kind of Irish whip where the other guy just bounces off the corner.
Great.
And a fucking huge ass pounce by Connors as Robbie goes for that fucking rebound. So he goes for Robbie X goes for one of his rebound kicks, fucking pounced right out the ring too. So he's gone right over.
That was cool.
Oh my god, that was fucking awesome. Connors takes Robbie out on the floor and he steals Chumpy's tire again. He fucking throws that shit like a discus and hits Sho Mikato.
Yeah. Oh, he thought he was safe and he got destroyed. Daiki Nagai was jealous though.
Yeah. Daiki Nagai was like, I took a sick puncher. Yeah. Sho Mikato's like, I'm going to take a tire to the
hold my tire.
Yeah, on my tire, bitch. Cool hair and a tire. Oh my goodness. Robbie though, he hits Connors with the tire. Hey, and there's finger biting by Robbie X. Okay. Yujiro's backstage going, motherfucker.
I mean, I think Yujiro's is actually like more clever, but Robbie just was like, fuck. He like one of his moves got foiled and he was like, just it was kind of funny. So
yeah, a bit of a chomp rather than like a sneaky one by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it. That's like one of the moves, that and the Fisherman Buster. You know he's going to do that pretty smooth too. And a big boot to the ropes or something.
He's like a young lion. They only let him do 3 moves because that's all he can do.
So. I do like Yujiro in House of Torture. Like, he's still Yujiro, but
I'm having fun with him in Best of Super Juniors. He's
I am too.
His role great, you know. So.
Yeah, no man, being a stooge for show. Oh, I fucking love it. Yeah, absolutely. But finger biting by Robbie X. It's a fucking awesome, gnarly looking powerbomb by Clark Connors. Like, holy shit. Robbie tries to strike back, but a freaking gore for 2. But Robbie X hits the execution, which is like a cutter type move. Then the express. Oh nope, power slam and a no chaser. Connors for the 3, and both men are now on 4 points. I thought this was a lot of fun.
Not my favorite Robbie X match he's had so far. This one lacked kind of the special weirdness, you know, something extra that was kind of cool. But at least he didn't do that arm thing again. You know, so he did something different. I'm keeping track, so you better do what I say. But anyway, I thought it was still very good. I like Robbie X. I'm starting to dig him. You know, like I'm starting to be like, this is his second Best of Super Juniors. You know, right? Wasn't he in it last year too? No. Yeah, he was, right. He was there, or no, Dragon Dia was the replacement, right? He was
wasn't he
last year? He was in the tag thing, right?
Yeah. He's in the tag one of the Shimori.
Okay.
But no, I think he's great. He fits right in. He deserves to be here. And sorry, Bushi, but I'm glad Robbie X is here. Bye. If you don't want to be here, fine. Robbie X does.
Yeah.
He's showing it.
Yeah, Bushi.
Yeah, Bushi. Yeah.
I was just thinking. You think Nida's going to show up in Noah and win their title? Like, dude. They have a guy there, this guy Osawa, I think his name is. He's had the title a long time, and like he's beating everybody. It's like, who's gonna be him? Anyway, just saying. So next match we have my favorite wrestler in the world, Teton versus Ishimori, and this is pretty good. You know, these guys do dope ass lucha wrestling to start the match, and Ishimori's like, let's shake. What do you think? You should totally trust him, Teton. It's totally cool. It's fine. They just start wrestling again. And Teton's going for his flippy shit on the outside, but Ishimori pulls him off the apron and starts the fuck your arm. And I'm pretty happy with the situation. So that was fun. Anyway, the camera guys now are specifically showing Ishimori take off the pad. He used to sneak it, right? Now they're like following him up there and watching him. So.
Yeah, I've seen it. I see it tonight and I see it on the following night too. Him do it both times, and I'm like, wait, how am I getting this both times? Oh yeah, because they're
showing it.
Sure.
I think it's like now this is supposed to be babyface shit. Not in this match, but in general, you know, maybe I don't know.
Because he's like the good bad guy. Because
right.
I don't know why I did the honky honk booby thing, but I meant to do air quotes, but instead I did like freaking boob grab. People on YouTube are like, what's he doing? Stop doing it.
Oh man. Well, Kenta Sato leaves the ring to go check on Teton, and so Ishimori tries a spinning boner lock, and this allows Teton to get a drop down and some flippy flops. We get a splash from Teton for 2, and there's some really great near falls and double downs in this match. It's really good. But Ishimori blocks the awesome DDT and gets a sliding German suplex, and that was really cool because he blocked it, which hung up Teton in the ropes. Boom, here he goes. And it was like, I like when wrestling is just a little faster than me. You know what I mean? Like I see something coming and then boom, it happens. You know what I mean? Only I don't say it out loud on commentary. So, but anyway, there.
That was definitely a fucking drive-by right there.
Yeah.
By Mr. Andy.
But Teton roars back with a series of strikes and throws Ishimori into the exposed buckle. A stupid corner lariat botch thing, and Teton gets a dumble stomp for 2.
Dumble stomp.
Both of those. See, a double and dumble. It's both, which, by the way, dumble is a type of guitar amplifier that is much sought after. So anyway, maybe a door too. But Teton counters into the Muda lock, and he takes too long though. Boner lock. Ishimori tries the bloody cross, but they both try a bunch of wacky holds instead. Teton makes Ishimori tap out. No! Boo! Teton's on 6 points. It's okay. He's not going to win the tournament. I promise. And Ishimori's only on 2.
I'm annoyed at
was
that.
Good, but come on, Teton.
I'm annoyed at Ishimori on 2 points. Like, that's hurting my soul a little bit. Could you like? I'll do the. Could you? I want you to do the next match, please, because I think you'll have more positive stuff to say about it, and there is good things about it. But it's not my cup of tea, and I'll do next if that's all right. I should have told you that before.
So,
the show,
like, if we went to the circus and like there was the trapeze artists and there was the elephants and then there was all the different events, you just sit like this during one of them, even if it wasn't your thing. Is that what we're saying here?
Hey, dude's got a fucking piss, right? No, I watched this match. I respect what they're trying to do, and that's fine. This is A Block Vegeta, who's on 6.
I'm gonna do it. I was just doing an intro. Jeez.
I know. I know.
I was just gonna tell you that I hit fast forward a couple times during this match. So.
Really?
Yeah. It's like because you get the idea. It's just it's long.
Get to the wrestling part.
Yeah, well, they do, and then they don't get to anything else, though. That's the thing. It's all wrestling, amateur wrestling. So it's Fujita versus Kushida. Fujita comes out barefoot, and he's like, that's the challenge. So he's like, I want to do mat wrestling, and mat wrestling only, right? And so he comes out, and Kushida comes out, and then we get the big, long thing of Kushida taking his shoes off and everything. This is kind of funny. Marty walks over because he's here and he checks Fujita's boots, but he doesn't have any. He's like, walks over and he's like, oh, okay. And he walks over to Kushida. That's funny. He's a creature of habit, our guy.
He is, isn't he?
So,
yeah.
Anyway, so it's a grappling match and Fujita's chest is all fucked up looking and it's awesome. So they grapple shoot style. And I wrote, haha, Luke is going to hate this. That's right here. So it's just amateur style wrestling, which is definitely boring, right? There are some really cool parts of this match, though, but mostly it's just 2 dudes rolling around.
Yeah, it is. See, when I see Great Khan doing this with Sonata, there's also going to be a portion where they do suplexes and dodges and shit on each other, right?
We don't need that.
You know, like when Kushida and Ninja Mac are on their knees fucking around, they stand up and try to fucking kick each other and do moves on each other and stuff, right? There's like 2 German suplexes. That's the moves. And that's all
I think this match was too long, like I said, or they should have mixed in something else because it was just kind of, but it was rough as guts, as you say, because they're kind of going at it for real. But that's what real fighting looks like, and it's just boring. So
that's not what I signed up for,
Right.
I like pro wrestling, please thank you.
Kushida ends up bleeding from the mouth. He looks all pissed off, because he got stiffed during their amateur wrestling shit. Anyway, so they start throwing some chops a little bit. And Fujita has a submission on, and Marty asks him several times. He asked Kushida several times the questions. And it's like, Marty, take it easy. He wants it to be over too. But Kushida turns that into a suplex. But Fujita gets the hoverboard lock on over and over. And that's like, that's cool. That's a very cool part of this match because Fujita's the young grappler guy, right? And he's like trying to show the old grappler, like, dude, I will fuck you up. And it's like he's using his own move to do it. And that kind of stuff was going on throughout the rolling around as well, but it's just why we're not going to talk about all that. But anyway, it gets really exciting towards the end. They each keep getting like arm holds on, and then they go back and forth, right? But then surprise, Back to the Future, Kushida wins, but Fujita did not tap out, so they leave something on the table for next time. I thought that was really cool. Way too long, but it was fun. Kushida's on 4 points now. Fujita's on 6.
Yeah, I get what they were going for, and all that kind of stuff. And it's the TMDK guy going like, I can out grapple you and submission wrestle you and stuff like that. I get it. But yeah, it's not my thing. I bet you can probably guess the other match that I wasn't a particularly huge fan of. It's on night 2, but we'll get there. But yeah, I don't know. You were right. I don't like this match. I like the 2 German suplexes, and the finish is kind of gnarly. But no, I'm not. Yeah, he's right. I thought you'd be a bit more favorable. That's why, I don't know, I like to spread the love a bit more. I'm trying not to shit on things as much. But yeah, that match fucking sucked. I'm sorry. I didn't like it.
It did not suck. That's what you can't. Come on now, man. That didn't suck. That was awesome. They did all kinds of shit that is just not your cup of tea. That sucks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is indeed Yep, you're not wrong. The next match is B Block. It's Kevin Knight, who's on 0 points, and that's kind of fucking like, what? How? Versus Nick Wayne, who's on 6. And I'm like fucking boo!
That's
Chumpy. Yeah.
That's what objectively sucks, right?
Yeah, Chumpy's out. Is a really cool corner plancher by Knight. Some pretty cool back and forth. Snapping. I like Nick Wayne's German Dragon suplex. It's really snappy. It's great. He does that for 2. There's a fucking huge scoop slam for 2 by Kevin Knight, and he makes it look even huger because after he does it, he kind of jumps in the air. So just to make it look like the impact of it, it's great. There's a splash attempt by Knight, but hey, it's knees up. Come on. Massive flying forearm to the floor by Knight, which is pretty cool. No splashes allowed for him, though. It's not happening. No splashes. Knees up or something else happens. We're not doing splashes. Nick hits a code red for 2, but Kevin Knight, he hits a fucking super Poison Rana. That's one of the. See, you're saying like one of the trends is knees up a lot. Yep, that's fine. But I'm also getting a lot of one of my favorite moves in wrestling, and that's the Poison Rana.
Yeah.
So Kevin Knight does a move where he just jumps up to the top rope and hits a Frankensteiner. This is a Poison Frankensteiner. There, fucking awesome. Spike DDT, and right before he hits it, he could have said this afterwards, but he didn't want to. He had to say the name straight away. No, Chris did. But Kevin Knight brings out his new move, and I fucking like it a lot. It's awesome. It's called the UFO Splash. It's friggin' huge. Man, he could do what Van Damme does and jump across the ring, but he's not doing a stupid-ass drop kick where his ass hits halfway across the thing and he skids across. Kevin Knight could, like, legit fucking... Oh, my God. It was awesome.
Well, it's like... So it is a Kevin or a Van Damme move, right? Isn't that like... It's like a frog splash, but he turns in the air?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. But that was a 5-star frog splash too, I think. But you don't see a splash like this all that often. I thought it was awesome. Kevin Knight gets the extra air though, which makes it even more impressive. And I get to see Nick Wayne lose for once. Finally. I mean, it happens all the time in AEW because he's Christian's lackey, but I get to see it in Japan. Yay. I thought this was pretty good as well.
I just was like, Kevin Knight better fucking win this.
I know.
Like, he better fucking win this. Come on.
You're evening up a lot of the points, but you can't let Kevin Knight, like, even Kishida's got 4 points. Come on, man.
Well, he'll get there. He's got to win this one because this is a guy from the promotion that he also works at who has a title. Now he can get a title shot later on ROH TV.
That's true. That's right.
So,
I guess that's why they. Yeah. All right.
Plus, he can't be losing. Getting Nick 8 points on the match where Kevin is still at 0. There's no fucking way. Anyway, I was glad that he won. The match was really good, and I don't know. There was a really cool camera shot in this, right? Where it's like there's a huge springboard lariat to the floor from Kevin. And the camera guy puts the camera on the ground so that it looks like he's up even higher. That was pretty smart. He did the Andre shot to the move. It was like, wow, that was really cool.
It's freaking awesome.
Camera guys are, they're getting big shout outs on the Never Open podcast. So next week we have Dragon Dia versus Hiromu, and the crowd is mixed. I want Dragon Dia to win. I'm starting to get on the dragon train a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like
it. So I'm on the train too.
It's like last year he just got dominated and he was a joke, and this year he came in as a joke and he's not a joke anymore, and I like it. So
no, he's not.
Anyway, these guys run the ropes, and it's fucking fantastic until Hiromu hits an apron DVD and just starts destroying the young man. And Dia gets murdered for like a while, and Hiromu humbles him, which he didn't need that. He's not cocky. He's a nice young man. But anyway, they get into a big chop battle, but Hiromu's just playing with his food, and he chops the poor kid over and over, and Dragon busts out a Rana and hits the Acai moonsault to the floor, but Falcon Arrow from Hiromu for a double down. They fight to the top rope, and there's a top rope Rana from Dragon. He does a special one. It's not just a top rope Rana. It's flippy this and flippy do that, and then Rana. But anyway, there's reversals galore and a really close near fall for Dragon D on the crucifix bomb, like real close. And maybe it was 3, but Marty knows. So anyway, I don't think he's out anymore. But there's a double down, and that has the crowd going nuts after a big lariat from Hiromu. Dragon goes up for the DDT and gets it for 2. Ass to mouth from Hiromu on this young man. That is disgusting. Reverse Rana, though, from Dia, your favorite move, and he gets a destroyer. Fold over pin for the win. Dragon Dia beats Hiromu, and Hiromu throws a fucking fit. And I think we are seeing Hiromu turn heel here in this tournament. That is I think, like I'm saying, I think that him and Shingo are going to be like legit heels here soon.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
We've already started with. See, Shingo might have been doing some heel shit against. No, he definitely was against Shooter. But that you could also just explain that away as just LIJ shit as well. Well, LIJ's no more, and he's still being a freaking prick. And I think Hiromu, I like that a lot. I think they'd be great heels. I think they'd be awesome at it. Yeah, fuck yeah. And we have our main event. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is El Desperado.
Awesome.
On 2 points. Mao on 4. This match had me laughing quite a bit. And by the way, when you mentioned the thing in the previous match, I think that was 3, but oh well. Yeah, that was a Red Shoes fuck up. Come on, man.
I said that.
Yeah. Both men, they go outside to fight. But Red Shoes is like, no, man, fight in the ring. And the crowd boos him. So, but Despy and Mal are like, we should go in and wrestle in there, right? So they roll in the ring, only to roll back out the other side. And it continued wrestling. Mao is bang on with this dive. It's a fucking bullseye. Holy shit. He does a jumping cutter onto Desperado at 19. And then Red Shoes looks fucking dumb in just stopping the count.
That was wild, though. He left the ring, so he didn't count him out. But then he got back in the ring and started his count on 20. Yeah. He's like, I couldn't believe that. But it was a cool spot, actually. It was fun.
So, hey, Red Shoes, you should have been out there with them, you dumbass. Trying to get him to go back in the ring because, rather than do the count. But otherwise, the wrestlers are doing awesome shit. Don't worry about any of that stuff. It's fucking awesome. Both men, they trade submissions and pins as well, which is really cool. Mao hits a drop kick, but Despy, he rolls up and fires back with a spine buster. Mao does a cutter on Red Shoes because he goes for that ref cutter that I'll jump over the ref, hit a cutter on you. No, he hits it on Red Shoes, and I'm like, fucking good. He's fucking up both these main events. Like, get out of here, Red Shoes.
He blamed Desperado too, which was funny. He was like, it's his fault.
It's Red Shoes. It's not my fault. It's
Desperado. The crowd started chanting "Go away" at Desperado because that was so funny.
Yeah, we're in Mao country. Mao does say it's his fault.
So funny.
Mao cries freedom and looks under the ring. Pulls out some containers, just clear plastic containers.
Were you baffled by this when this was first happening? I was totally baffled by this. I'm like, what? How is this going to work?
What are they doing? By the way, only one man can come out to make sure order is restored, and it's Chumpy. And Chumpy's out to stop some of this nonsense too. And he gets booed.
Yeah, he gets booed. Assholes.
I like this crowd. Can we get back to this venue, please?
Desperado and booing Chumpy. Come on now.
Yeah, it's great. But before Chumpy comes out, both men just break containers over each other's heads.
Oh, they explode.
They fucking explode big time. And then, Chumpy's out. So, hey, none more of this. And they're fucking around on the top rope, both men. And there's containers on the mat right behind them. And they're like, I'm tougher than you. No, I'm tougher than you. I'm the tough one. No, I am. Shall we go then? Okay. Arm around each other like this. And they're like, 1, 2. And they both jump back themselves into the containers happily and roll around like they're fucking selling and shit.
And Marty was so mad because he was telling him, no, don't do it. And they're like, fuck you, Marty. I was so shocked at those containers exploding. I thought they would just make a doom when it hits somebody, it explodes. It's amazing.
My God. I'm fucking laughing my ass off here. They don't do moves on each other to go through the containers. They have an arm around each other and they both just fly backwards, just happily, smiles on their faces. And then they roll around.
They both rolled out of the ring earlier, though, together to fuck with Red Shoes. Red Shoes was like, no, you got to get back in the ring. And they're like, what do you say? They get in the ring and then they both do that and then roll right back out just to fuck with them. So they're like having fun together fucking with the refs. It's like LIJ back in the day.
Oh, yeah. There's some awesome wrestling. Both men do fucking great moves and counters on each other and shit. I'm still laughing from the container spot, though. But there's at least 3 Pinche Locos for the win here. So Mao looks fucking awesome in this match. And there's 2 sides of him. He can do the fun, which is cool. And yeah, he can. He's got that kind of dangerous streak too. So I don't know. He's great. Can he stay, please? Fuck DDT. Or wherever he's fucking from. Fuck that company. Come stay here. Man, Desperate on 4. Mao also on 4.
I love that. Love that. That might be my favorite Best of Super Juniors match so far this year. I love that so much. It was a complete joy from beginning to end. And like we would always talk about back in the day, like, oh, Jay White, he's so good at telling stories. He's got 10 stories going on during a match. This was like that, but 2 guys at the same time doing that. You know what I mean? And it was so good. And
the book had 2 authors, and it was Mao and El Desperado.
Yeah, man. Oh, it was fucking great. I'm very happy with his performance, Mao's performance in Best of Super Juniors. And I'm sure there's other matches that I haven't even thought of. I don't really like that. We always talk about it, but we don't really like to think about what's coming next with Best of Super Juniors. We just want to kind of experience it as it happens. And I can't wait till he wrestles somebody I was not expecting him to wrestle. And it's another one of these like just completely awesome matches like this. So, because it's going to happen a few more times for sure. But that was night 5. Night 5 was pretty good. I fucking love night 5. I was all over night 5.
Dude, I like night 5 so much that I was like, I broke my rule. I was like, I will watch a second wrestling show today. And I watched night 6 live. So I was like, yep, fuck it. I want more today. Yeah,
hey, man, that was a great show. But night 6 is at Estorff Arena in Hachiochi, all right, which is somewhere on the outskirts of fucking Tokyo again. It's a big gymnasium that has all kinds of billboards on the walls, and it looks really old. Like it looks like a building, I'm saying like from the 60s. That's what it looks like to me. And I bet the toilets are very bad. That's all I kept thinking about, you know. We had Chris and Walker on the call, and Shingo was on Japanese commentary with his glasses on. He looks very smart, kind of like an asshole. Just saying. So
he's the kind of guy who'd hold up the book and he'd be like, page through the book, and he's like, "Well, actually, you know, with his glasses on. Well, actually, I think you'll find." Fuck you, Shingo.
And, well, he says, "I think you'll find." And then you get fucking DVD'd onto the floor or something like that. So that's all
chair to the face.
Yeah, it's just so you can punch in the face. But anyway, we will start with B block today. And it is Taguchi versus Nick Wayne. And man, I'm rooting for Taguchi now, right? Yeah. So I'm like, and I've been not rooting for Nick Wayne this whole time. So I'm like, all right, here we go. They run the ropes. They do sexy dancing. Taguchi continues his run of just solid juniors wrestling that's just like really good. Yeah. And this match is that way. You know, it's a very good match. It's just good. You know, Taguchi, he gets something a few times, and then he tries the butt stuff, and Nick gets him with the atomic drop. But Taguchi gets one of his own and hits the funky weapon. So he slaps on the oh my and Garankle, but Nick gets out. He tries the cutter, Nick does, but Taguchi sort of like grabbed Nick Wayne's leg. It's very clunky, but I get what they were doing. He grabbed his leg while he was in the air. Not very well timed, but it worked. Rope break. Nick gets a sliced bread, and Taguchi tries a Dodon, but Nick rolls through. He hits the cutter and beats Taguchi.
Yeah, Wayne's
So 8. I'm not calling it that, Luke. So I don't care if that's what
it's not party time, and it's not excellent.
No, it's not.
No Bohemian Rhapsody for you.
Doesn't make any sense. So anyway, that's like a leftover from his gimmick before he was on TV, I think maybe. But anyway, but Nick is on 8 points. I better stop soon. And Taguchi's on 4. Boo.
So Nick Wayne beats all the fucking veterans? Like, is that what we're doing?
He's a legend killer.
I don't like Randy Orton. I never have. Anyway, controversial, I know. Probably not. Anyway, it's A block, and we've got Ninja Mac, who's on 2 points, versus, that son of a bitch, Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And guess what he fucking does? You will never believe this. I guess Ninja Mac is an even bigger idiot than all the wrestlers before him. Canadian Kanemaru Gambit. Stop it! Oh my god, yeah. So it's bowling and ring post time for Ninja Mac. The bell rings, and Kanemaru, he goes for the mask straight away. Kanemaru shoves Sakamoto into a ninja special. He's not eating that. Hell no. And then Kanemaru's like, I'm gonna fuck with your mask. It goes to take it off. Ninja Mac has another mask on. Hey, oh, that's I know. For some reason, I just it would have tickled me to see like Taguchi, like he's a face doing shenanigans, getting 6. I would have maybe. I don't know. I've just been really enjoying Kanemaru. Is it so wrong that the guy I'm enjoying Ninja Mac too, but Kanemaru is always here, and I want him to have more points.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what you're talking about there for a while.
So I'm terrible. What did you want, Luke? A 20-minute, 30-minute draw between these two? No, yeah, maybe everyone gets points, but Ninja Mac, who's only on 2, and they're not quite ready to start eliminating people from the tournament yet. So we're getting a little bit of that tonight, more than the previous night, and I'm fine with that. Ninja Mac, he traps Kanemaru in a pin, and 1, 2, 3, Kanemaru loses. Ninja Mac's on 4. Same with Kanemaru, and Kanemaru's pissed off, so he just fucking starts shoving Sakamoto at the end of the match. It just goes, "Fuck you, man!" and starts beating him up. I liked it.
Yeah,
it was short.
It was short. It wasn't bad, but like it's missing another step.
Yeah,
there's another step missing to this like little story thing. It's like I think that I don't usually like to say here's how it would be better, but like if you did that twice.
Well, actually,
then,
yeah.
I mean, so you do
2 masks.
Right. Then you do it again, and he's okay. Now it's like a full story with a beginning, middle, and end. This just had a middle and an end. So anyway, but I still liked it. Kanemaru should have won. You're right, but I'm not mad when he loses. But anyway, next week we have another Teton match, but it's a good one. B block. It's Teton versus Kevin Naito. Listen. This is short. This is a compressed version of like a main event juniors match, but this kind of match right here is what Best of Super Juniors is all about. This is a quintessential great Best of Super Juniors match. It's just short, gets in, gets out, does what it's supposed to do, and man, they just crushed it. So they start running the ropes lucha style, and it's just fucking fantastic. Stupid Teton, quit being good. But Knight just he jumps in the air and just stays there and just floats around the ring like a ghost. It's crazy. He tries the corner plancha, but Teton dodges it and hits a very reckless crash and burn lucha dive, which was like he just stuck his head straight down and just went like a spear into poor Kevin Knight. It looked rough, but that's what they do, man. So anyway, Teton gets a kick, but Kevin still gets the flying lariat he tried to flying lariat, but matrix dodge, and then Teton gets the kick, but then he also but Kevin hits the flying lariat. Anyway, Teton, let's see here. Then we get a top rope Rana from Kevin Knight. He tries the splash, but knees up. Boring. Teton gets some crash or some weird slam thing and a double stomp for 2. Kevin catches Teton trying to jump out of the ring because he was just he's like, that is stupid. So I'm just gonna catch you. And he gets a spine buster. That was funny. He gets a DDT for 2, and then a monster drop kick from Kevin Knight. I mean, it's just like what? It can't get any better. It's insane. And so he hits the frog splash to the back. Kevin Knight wins. Good. That was a quick one, but they got tons of good stuff in there. Kevin puts Teton's mask on at first, and he kind of puts it on his head, just like riding around on his head, but then he helps him up and gives it back to him and shakes his hand, and Walker's like, whoa, these guys or other guys like, oh, these guys aren't really in a faction anymore. What's going to happen here? And so
Shut up.
Yeah.
Not you.
But Kevin Knight is on 4 points. I feel like that
every time I say that.
Teton's on 6. Yes, we're doing a podcast.
But I feel like I'm telling Chris to shut up, not you,
right?
When you say stuff like that. But yeah, so dude, when Knight caught that lame corner lariat that he does that hit a fucking awesome like spine buster power bomb fucking move. Oh, I was like, yes, that's the shit. Kevin Knight's only got 4 points, and I've really liked his tournament though. His points do not reflect how much I've enjoyed his matches. So there is that. And he's pinned 2 guys I've really wanted to see get pinned more often. Nick Wayne and Teton.
Yeah, that's a big win for him too. Beating Teton's a good win. So, I think he's going to do I think he's going to get much further in the tournament than we're expecting. Just my opinion.
I hope to see Knight with at least 8 points, at least minimum.
I want to see him in the fucking block finals. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that'd be great too. All right, so next we're back to A block. We've got Kosei Fujita on 6 points versus Robbie X on 4. And Fujita hits this cool drop kick while Robbie X is in the air. So that was nice. Robbie X, he takes Fujita bowling. And then Fujita thuds on the ring post. And there's a long sliding drop kick by Robbie X. So Fujita's on the apron and Robbie does a little run around and then boom, hits the drop kick, which is pretty cool. Now, Robbie strips the tape from Fujita and he attacks the arm. Wait, that's I guess that's the heel / War Dogs way of doing things. That they're all arm business rather than legs, except for Kanemaru maybe. So he's taking the tape off and kicking his ass. Fujita eats some brutal kicks in the corner as well. But Vegeta retaliates. There's like this Canadian Skin the Cat by Robbie X. He's like facing in the ring when he does it. And Vegeta's like, okay, whatever. Brainbuster for 2. There's a sneaky pin by Robbie X. And Vegeta, he dodges a kick. And fuck me, what a German suplex with a bridge. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I loved that. He goes, and I'm like, well, Vegeta's like, well, that worked. I'm going to go for that again. But Robbie X, he kicks out of it, hits the execution cutter and the X Express splash for the win. Hey, if I've got all your names down of your moves, it means like, I think I'm behind this guy and I like what he does. I did say Wayne's World. I'm sorry. I take that back. I don't know why. I was paying attention. I blame the ADHD medication. I'm paying more attention to move names.
You're listening to the commentary because they're saying the moves like 50 times. So
yeah, you said frog splash. I'm like, well, actually, I believe it's called the UFO splash. And Phantasma is like, hey, I've got a UFO move. Knight, what the fuck? Yeah, they're both aliens. Anyway, Robbie X is now on 6 points. They're not ready to kind of eliminate him yet either. And Vegeta also on 6 points. I thought that was great.
I wanted Fujita to win really bad, but anybody can beat anybody in Best of Super Juniors. So it's like, it's okay. But I thought it was a lot of fun. Man, Fujita's rough and tumble. He's not fucking around, and I like that about him. So it's like, he's a tough junior. All those other 4 guys that came around are heavyweights, right? All the other like new guys, they're all heavyweights, and he's the junior, and he's a fucking badass. I like him. So anyway, get to talk about a fun match next. It's Yo versus Mao. This is a lot of fun. I like this. And for some reason, Mao decides he's going to wrestle Yo with no arms. So he just puts his hands in his pockets.
Orange Cassidy style, yeah.
It's pretty fun. He just wrestles him, and he handles Yo pretty well. He like sneaks up to him and like puts a headlock on just by leaning into him, and Yo's like playing along with him, which is really fun. That was great. Anyway, but Yo decides he wants to do that too, but he can't stay committed to the gimmick and just does normal wrestling eventually.
Boo.
Big boo. But 3 times Yo falls for the, hey, look over there. 3 times.
We're there.
Yeah, it's really funny. They fall in love at one point briefly during this match. They just stare each other in the eyes, and the whole crowd's like, kiss, 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 and they don't kiss, but That's really funny.
I was like, nope, German suplex instead.
Yeah. He bridges out of a pin, and Yo does the same thing. It looks much cooler when Mal does it. But they do a very complicated version of Mal's ref leapfrog like cutter thing. That's like,
oh, it's great.
There's a lot going on here. He has to leapfrog both guys like more than once to get them all lined up to where he wants them before he can do it. It's great. So Mal hits a sling blade and a high fly flow. What is he doing? And he acts like the ace and gets hit with a reverse Rana and a Meteora for his trouble. Bridging Dragon suplex. Yo wins. Yo's on 4. Mal is also on 4. That was fun.
So people in B block are smarter than A block, I guess, because in A block, Canadian Kanemaru Gambit every time. B block, Mal's going to do the ref cutter. And other wrestlers are now caught on and they're ready for it. But Mal's got reversals and stuff, you see. He's going to leapfrog and then he's going to hit it. So, yeah, no, it's fun stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, A block time. It is Kushida on 4 points versus a Dragon Dyer on 6 points. And Kushida, you know the 2 points that Kushida got, that Dragon Dyer got last time in the last year's tournament? They were against Kushida.
He's
so
pissed.
Kushida walks out fucking pissed. He is pissed. And he takes it out on Dragon Dyer the whole fucking match. Dude, Jesus Christ. Takes him outside and figure fours him until the count of 16 and then runs into the ring. It's like, fuck you.
That's funny.
So Dyer makes it back in and Kushida just throws him back the fuck out. See ya. Dyer gets freaking brutalized. Oh my God. Wow. He finally gets in some offense and then hits like a Rana, then a really cool like tope suicida. And Dia's selling in this match is awesome, by the way, because Kushida's fucking pissed off with him. And Dia's just doing great. Dragon Dyer does this leg sweep, dodges a leg sweep by Kushida and lands with a double stomp. That was freaking awesome. Yeah. So cool. Kushida, though, is fucking pissed off. He's just pissed off that he lost, and he's pissed off that he missed this leg sweep and got double stomped. He's just not fucking happy. You know, it's like a Carter facing a young lion. He's just gonna rip his arms off and beat him to death with the damn thing. You know? So there's an amazing top rope Rana by Dragon Dyer. It's almost like that one he did with Kanemaru, where it's like a little drop kick and then flip him over. And he almost hits a crucifix bomb with the win, but nah, man, hoverboard lock. And Dragon Dyer has to tap out. Both men are now on 6 points. I thought that was fucking awesome.
Yeah. That was great. Kushida was even getting on Kenta Sato for not counting fast enough when he threw him out on the, for the count out and shit like that. And it was great. Kushida was very grumpy, and I like grumpy Kushida because he's mean as fuck.
I like it too.
It's fun to watch. So yeah, and both these guys are still in this, and I like when Kushida's succeeding in New Japan. That's
me too.
I don't know. That's
I don't like Doghouse Kushida because you see him pulling out all the stops, having awesome matches, and then suddenly he's like 0 points, and it's like halfway through or something, and why?
This is bad.
He had hand, foot, and mouth disease. It wasn't his fault. Do you think he wanted that or a title match? He wanted the freaking title match, New Japan. Come on, man.
Well, next week we have Robbie Eagles versus Ishimori, and Marty is in the house. So Ishimori,
I fucking love this match.
He leaves the ring in protest when Robbie does his chant. I get it. So there's mat wrestling to start, and they do World of Sports sequence, which is really fun with some different wrinkles. And then on the floor, Robbie tries to slice bread running up the ring post. And Ishimori just is like, nope, and kind of does that shoulder breaker load up, but then throws him right into the ring post.
It's so cool.
Oh, that was great. He takes off the turnbuckle, and Robbie sells it like his shoulder's out. He tries to get one of the young lions, I think Zane J, the new young lion, I think, to try to help him put his arm back or whatever. It's just silly.
Yeah,
it was funny. Anyway, let's see here. We got Robbie comes back with some kicks, but Ishimori tries the handspring and Robbie kicks him out of the air, and we get some of his shit in right here. He gets his drop kick to the leg, but Ishimori charges him only to get kicked in the face. That's great. Then we get a rising knee thing, or wait, no, we get the Ishimori, yeah, he gets his knee lift thing from for a double down, and then there's a big strike battle. Ishimori hits a big lariat for 2, and then the shoulder breaker. And he throws Robbie into the exposed buckle and does all that shit. Spinning boner lock, but Robbie gets the boner lock on himself and turns that into the Ernest the Cat Miller special. But then we get this incredible finish where they do a fish out of water spot, right? But then Ishimori does this like incredible counter. I've never seen it before, where he gets the boner lock on somehow, flipping around, doing this. It was like lucha, but it was
this from the Turbo Backpack move?
Maybe. It was like strong style lucha. And I don't mean Teton. This was really cool. So it looked like it was clever, and it looked like it kind of hurt as it was happening, sort of. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it was really cool. Bloody Cross. Ishimori wins. He's on 4 points. Robbie Eagles also on 4.
Dude, that was fucking gnarly. And that's another way for me to see a Robbie Eagles loss. Like, I don't care. I do care, but Ishimori is a legend. He's on 2 points. We're not ready to eliminate him yet. That's fine. And apparently, Robbie hasn't beaten Ishimori in the Best of the Super Juniors one-on-one in a one-on-one match. So there's that. So maybe next year or something like that. Who knows?
Maybe next year, kid.
But this is 2 veterans just crushing it, isn't it? Like, this could have been a main event any night.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. Oh, yeah. I love this match. Sorry. Yeah. Yep. I'm stalling because next we have an A block match. Wato on 4 points versus Francesco Akira on 4 points. What do you mean you're stalling? Look, Chumpy's out, by the way. What do you mean you're stalling? Look, I love both of these wrestlers. I do. This match is kind of shit. And it's not for lack of trying. These guys aren't trying to stink it up. These guys aren't trying to have a bad match. It's just there's usually at least 1 or 2 every tournament, isn't there, where there's just a matchup between 2 gentlemen, and maybe they needed a few previews first, or it's just chalk and cheese. They don't kind of mix or something. Because this is some timing issues quite a few times, at least 3 or 4, and some botches. And it
just sucks that it's these guys.
And it does suck that it's
that's why it sucks. I felt bad for them.
It sucks because we're big fans of both these guys, and you see this match on paper, and yeah, all right, Wato versus Akira, let's go. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And it was fucking nuggets. Yeah. So if they're listening to this and they're not, please don't take any offense by this. But yeah, they start with some grappling. There's a plancha by Akira, and then they take picture on the apron. Akira does a crowns up arm submission on Wato. There's some great head scissors and then a tope by Wato, and then this match gets kind of, excuse me.
Did you see the Hiromu cosplayer in the audience? We only got to see him like twice, and this when they go out in the crowd a little bit here where it starts to get wonky. That's what we finally got to see him again, and it's like fat Hiromu sitting there playing with his phone. It was funny.
I feel like this match is pretty good up until the first botch, and then it just throws both guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They lose it, and they don't get it back.
And no offense to either gentleman, but if neither of them are, I guess, veteran enough or seasoned enough to be like, all right, let's do a quick double down, take a breather, lock up or something, just collect ourselves, and then move on to the next thing or something. Instead, they just continue. Like, the botches don't happen, which that's fine too, but then they keep happening, especially when they're trying to do complicated sequences and stuff. None of them are very successful in working, and they're all kind of rough, and not in the really cool way I usually say the word rough. They're rough as in like, oh, oi, I'm feeling bad for you two, please, ouch. Oh no. And then I'm like, oh no. I bet you it turns out that I'm going to have to talk about this match. Shit. I don't want to shit on either of these guys. I love them.
You make it about you. These guys are fucking up on the grand stage, and you're like, how's that affect me?
Yeah. First world problems and shit. But
they botch 3 or 4 times, like like
And
legendary botches that were just like you can't move on. There was like some botches you could just move on from, you know, and they like couldn't. They like it like it just fucked everything up. It was kind of funny at times, but it also made me sad. So
yeah, I think if it was other wrestlers, you know, if Yo was in this match at some point, I'd laugh. Maybe I'd laugh, but I love both these guys, and this is not what I want for either of them. So they both bend in ways I'm not sure they're supposed to as well at certain points. But there's a recita mente, and finally the match is over with Wato on 6 points and Akira on 4. Love both guys, and you know what I know for sure? When these two have another one-on-one match, or even just another match in general with each other in the ring, they're gonna fucking crush it. I know they are. They're gonna take what happened here, and I know both. I don't know both, but you know, I feel like I can see their mentality of both guys who love what they do and love crushing it, and they both know that they didn't. So you know damn well they're gonna do it next time. Ugh. Yeah.
Ugh. That was unfortunate. That's what that match was. You know, but at least Wato won. That's good. But both guys, as they're leaving, you could tell they are not happy. Bad came over to console Akira.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So that's bad. But anyway,
is it all right? My notes aren't as heavy for the main event for some reason. So you're right if I do next one as well?
Sure.
Awesome. Because I want to hear you talk about the tie spots and shit as well. So it's El Desperado, it's B block. He's on 4. Show also on 4. So that's there's something there. There's a show trash talking Desperado at the start as well. That's fucking funny. And Desperado hasn't even come out yet, and shows trash talking him. You hear some crashing and kind of banging backstage, and you're like, oh, Despy's been fucked up by Yujiro or something. Nah, that's not what happened at all. Despy's got Yujiro's head in a chair with the pimp cane over his neck. He's fucking ready for this. I ain't gonna work on him.
His shirt's messed up. He got tore up though in the fight. Like his hair's all coming out of his mask, like he's already been in a match, and his fucking shorts all tore up. And he's like, that's okay. I don't care. He looks like a fucking crazy person. It's great.
Yep. But House of Torture though, they're not going to let that stand, and they're going to fuck with him before the match even properly starts. So Yujiro, he hits Despy with a chair. Boo! He's pimp caned as well. Boo! Crowd does not like that. Despy, he does hit a tope though to make a comeback. And Desperado, who's totally sick of show shit, does this because show's cheating his ass off. It's fucking awesome. The ref's down. Red Shoes is down. So Despy, he takes his mask off and throws it to Show. And why? Because if Red Shoes catches Show with Despy's mask, that's an instant disqualification. So Red Shoes wakes up. Red Shoes wakes up and he's like, "What do you got there, Show?" "Nothing." "What do you got there?" "Nothing." Show keeps trying to hide it. "What do you got there, man? What do you got there, man? What do you got there?" Pinche Loco, 1, 2, 3. El Desperado wins. He gets his 6 points. Show's on 4. Rope to the nuts as Yujiro tries to get into, so he's not taking a post-match beating either. I'm the fucking champ. Get out of here. I really liked that. It's the kind of it's definitely an Eddie Guerrero-esque spot, but Eddie Guerrero wasn't a masked luchador, so he didn't really do that particular one. But to try to win a match by taking your mask off and throwing it to the other wrestler as the ref's down, that's fucking genius. I loved that spot. It was so fucking funny. And Show continues to have a fucking tremendous run in this tournament. I am loving every match, and he just got to have... And besides, they got the history here too, right? Like, Despy doesn't mind winning this way because he lost the title to Show with a count out. So he's like, fuck this guy, you know? It was lots of fun. I dug this a lot. Yeah,
that mask spot uses Show's like, dastardly ways against him because Red Shoes isn't going to believe Show, right? And earlier in the match, Show had just thrown Desperado right into the ring post like 20 times, and then tries to pin, and Red Shoes just goes over in the corner and just is like, what's this over here? And he ignores Sho, and Sho's like mad about it. So he just sits down in the corner and won't do anything. It's really funny. So.
Oh my! And you got a guy who used to be in Suzuki Gun. He knows the score. He knows how to cheat, but like the best of them. He used to be a tag champ with fucking Yoshinobu. He used to hang out with Yoshinobu Kanemaru every day.
Yeah.
Like, come on, he knows what to do.
Yeah. And Doki and Taichi.
Oh my god!
But anyway, all right, main evento. It is Hiromu's hometown. It's Hiromu Takahashi versus Clark Connors. And, Hiromu's hometown, everybody's all fired up. And Connors has the newly dubbed Wheel Song is the name of the wheel, by the way. So, which that reminds me of a story. One time, our buddy Lord Crew actually went and trained with Shibata out at the LA dojo. And he said that they had a big tire there. And I guess you hit it with a hammer and they move the tire around and flip it over and shit for exercise. But dudes would stretch on it. Right. And Shibata would walk over and see someone stretching on the tire and say, tire son, over, like that, and walk away. Anyway, he always make jokes like that. But anyway, about the tire. So maybe this has something to do with that. I don't know. Connors was in that, in the LA dojo at that time. Yeah. Anyway, but it's probably nothing like that. But Connors has wheels on, and he rolls it out to the ring. He gets booed for existing, which is great. Perfect. So we get a Kanemaru Gambit from Connors, and he says, fuck you and your hometown. And the crowd chants go away at him. So he says, fuck you. And it's great. And he's establishing. He's establishing what's going to happen here. So Hiromu gets a few moves in, but then gets thrown out of the ring or pounced out of the ring directly at the camera guy, which was very cool looking. So I would love that. Connors has a lot of fun making people get out of their seats, by the way. So he makes he's like, you out of the way, and he throws Hiromu in the chairs, and then he gets a big, where are the most people? I'm going to get them to make them all move. And I love the Japanese crowd reaction to this is half of them are kind of annoyed, right? And the other half are like, this is fucking awesome. So it's it's kind of fun to watch people's faces in the crowd, because some people are just getting their bag of stuff they bought just stepped on.
God damn it, I've got a drink.
It's so disrespectful. It makes me laugh. So anyway, that was great. So they all roll around the chairs, and and then it happens. So Connors, this is like a happy accident, I think, that happens. He comes across a Daryl doll laying there, and he's like, oh, fuck yeah, me and Wheelson gonna take care of Daryl. But Hiromu stops him. But he's fights Hiromu off, and Hiromu stops him again, but he finally does it. He smashes fucking Daryl with Wheelson, and it's nuclear heat.
Big time. Oh my god.
That was awesome.
That's the torture heat on Connors there, yeah.
And Hiromu's getting hit with the Wheelson, and then Wheelson does a low blow on Hiromu by rolling into him. I mean, Connors had nothing to do with it. That was pretty fun. So then, they get in the ring, and Connors just grinds Hiromu down for quite some time. He comes back, Hiromu does, and starts running through his offense, and Connors brings the wheel in. And, Red Shoes literally puts his foot down on the wheel and is like, no, like that. And Connors is like, what the fuck, man? And then Red Shoes sits on the wheel, shaking his head like a baby. It's great. So I love when he puts his foot down. It's a temper tantrum every time.
Right.
Hiromu.
This is a proper wrestling.
So Hiromu is like, fuck, you can't suplex me on the wheel. I'm going to suplex you on the wheel. They totally miss the wheel, but fine with me. That's okay. I mean, the spot that matters, they nail. So Hiromu shows respect to the wheel. He's like, oh, very much. I love you, Wheelson. And he walks over and he sets it down and he kisses it so it can watch the match. And Walker's like, kissing it was a little weird. Yes. Which I thought was pretty funny. So here we go. Oh, this is awesome. So we get a huge power bomb for a double down on the inside of the ring, and a top rope elbow from Connors for 2, and he killed Hiromu with that top rope elbow. Man, that's a move where the other guy's either gonna not feel it at all, or he's going to feel it quite a bit. So anyway, that was great. We get huge moves. Both guys doing big moves. The spear's countered into the D from Hiromu, but he picks him up for a buckle bomb, and a spear from Connors for a great near fall. Another spear, and he hits another one for 2. This match is getting to amazing levels, right? The crowd's on fire. They finally got settled back in their seats, and here we go, like one of the coolest spots I've ever seen. So the wheel is sitting up on its side, or up,
upright, yeah.
I guess upright is how you'd say that, watching the match, right? So it's perfectly aligned. Hiromu looks at it and he's like, oh, fuck. He runs and does an apron bomb, all right? And it is amazing and lands it perfectly right on Wheel-san. Time bomb. That's not enough. Fuck this guy. Time bomb 2. Hiromu wins. That match was fucking awesome. Hiromu is on 4 points and Connors is also on 4.
Yeah, that match fucking ruled. That tire spot, like the power bomb on the tire, both looked awesome and kind of safe as well.
Yeah.
So that really good mix. Yep. I loved it. I don't know. Let's just fool around with the tires and see what creative shit we can do to each wrestler. Why not? Or ramp it up each time. Discus, I'm going to hit Shamikado, and then you hit me with it. So he's brought it out, but he's copping most of the bumps with the tire anyway, which is, I guess, like what you get for bringing it in. I love this stuff. I think House of Torture is watching Connors with this tire and going, motherfuck, that's a great idea. Fuck. So then they're coming up with all sorts of fun things and working it in. The sunset bomb on the tire is just like a perfect thing to do. Just, I loved it. And I don't know if they meant to do the Daryl stuff, but they saw it there and then they just worked with it. Oh,
that was awesome.
This was amazing. So there's some funny things from commentary. Like they say it usually towards the last 2 matches, something to the effect of Despe and Hiromu neck and neck for longest matches this tournament. And I'm like, yeah, because they're in the fucking semi-main or main event every fucking night. The 2 longest matches every night. Of course they are. They're the 2 top guys. All right. No shit. Like, you'd be disappointed if they're in a 5-minute match. Not if it was Hiromu Kushida. You'd feel that. But you'd want people pay the tickets to see the champ and Hiromu do their thing for at least 15 to 20. So that's what we're getting. That match was fucking awesome. I loved it. And it's all, dude. Tire spots and poison runners. That's some of my favorite shit.
You get lots of that. Lots of that.
Yeah. Dude. I'm loving this tournament as well. So, look, at some point, a part of me is just, can we get at least 1 or 2 more preview tag nights, please? Just so, like, I don't have to.
Yeah, we don't want to.
So hyper focused for fucking 3 hours straight.
2 of these in a row is fine, but 3 or 4 of them in a row is rough.
And they don't do that anymore. It's not just rough on us for our note taking. Oh no, it's about us again. No,
it is about us.
Yeah, but to have 4 matches like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 nights in a row for wrestlers is a bit much as well. So I do like it. 2 days on, a day off. A day on, a day off. 2 days on. That's kind of how the schedule's worked out. And we're back on our 2 shows a show kind of schedule now, thanks to thanks to my fucking tires getting
Wheel-san.
What are the chances of that, Mr. Guy, that the year that in the Best of Super Juniors with Clark Connors is like, I'm going to go crazy with tires, like my tires blow out the fucking front two.
It's a conspiracy. I think it's like a race car gimmick because he's wearing a race car jacket. Vroom vroom.
You think he's got a race car bed?
Maybe. You think it's like his roommates gave it to him?
It's got 100 proof painted on the side, and then number 69 or something. 100. No, it's got 100. I don't know. Yeah, that was really awesome. And what do I say at the end here to make it funny? I don't know, but it was. I'm loving this. But you got